All right, guys, so let's talk about 7 purchases that are totally worth it, even if you're cheap like me. I agree there's nothing wrong with being frugal, but there are some things that are just absolutely worth the cost. So I know we're usually talking about ways to save money and a lot of other things of that nature here on this channel, how to essentially cut expenses, but there are some things that are worth it. They may actually end up saving you a lot of money in the future as well. So not all these will do that, if I'm being upfront and honest here, but that doesn't make them not worth the purchase either. So first up is a gym membership. Now you can replace this with a lot of different physical activities. Doesn't matter to me which one, but the important part is for you to be in there getting healthy and take care of your health. It does no good to take care of your wealth if you're going to have a terrible quality of life from the age of 60 on, or if you retire at 55 on, whatever the case is. I want to be as healthy as possible so I have the best chance at living as long as possible, but more importantly, live a high quality lifestyle during that time. And you can't do that if you're not healthy. I'm sorry. You can't have one without the other. And in a lot of cases, paying for that gym membership, paying to be a part of a group, maybe a running club or something of that nature, if it gets you active and gets you healthy, it can absolutely be worth the cost. Now, you can absolutely go overboard as well, and you can absolutely build your own home gym and not have a gym membership at all. It doesn't matter to me in the end, but splurging, and I don't mean going off and getting a $500 a month gym membership, but getting a decent gym membership that motivates you to get in the gym and stay in the gym, hire a trainer, like I said, be a part of that running club, whatever the case is absolutely worth it. And to me, is a splurge worth buying. Next up is high quality food. This goes right along with the gym membership here, and this doesn't apply as much to those folks overseas, but the food quality here in the US is absolute trash. Even when you get, homegrown, grass-fed, hormone-free, whatever the case is, it's still trash here relative to the rest of the world, because the rest of the world doesn't allow all the chemicals and everything else in all their products that just make their way into US products, and it's not a problem at all. However, and I know it's more expensive, but to me, it's worth the splurge again for that health, for my overall body, to hopefully have less problems in the future, to just live a higher quality life. Because I absolutely can tell whenever I go overseas, eating the food overseas for a few weeks, and then coming back here to the US, well, I got a lot of problems whenever I come back here to US, no matter how clean I eat, even though I probably eat cleaner at home than I do whenever I'm actually overseas. But it just shows you the difference in the quality of the food, to where I can have good quality food overseas, but maybe I'm indulging in some fun stuff, more often than not. And then I come home here and I try to be as strict as possible, and it just tell your body basically adjust to it. It just tears you up. And again, that gets even worse whenever I buy low quality foods here in the US. That's a whole different level of pain there. So buying those high quality foods absolutely pays off. And again, goes right along with that first point as well. Number 3, high quality clothing. Now, notice I said high quality clothing, not high cost clothing. Cost and quality do not always go together, especially when you get into luxury brands and things of that nature. In some cases, their quality is actually worse. So to me, I found the best luck kind of in that middle ground per se. Kind of, hey, they're not exactly cheap like your Walmart specials, but they're not exactly overpriced $200 t-shirts either. Garbage that gets sold all the time that are just the trendiest, latest fashion thing. You can buy lots of great pieces. Not only are they great quality, they typically last a long time as well. So you get a lot of use out of that one piece that you paid more than you'd pay at a discount shop or something of that nature. However, you would have probably bought 2 or 3 of that same item, of the cheap one, basically making the same exact cost over the long run, except for you get better fitting, better quality, and some of the clothing brands actually have lifetime warranties and things of that nature. Hey, you just bring it in, send it in, they'll give you a new one. Move right along with life. It's really awesome. You don't have to pay those crazy designer prices too for all the craziness that's out there. So number 4 is a quality mattress. Now, admittedly, if you're young, this one probably doesn't matter. I wouldn't bother with it. I didn't care about a mattress for years. But now in my late 40s, it makes a massive difference in terms of how I feel and the quality of sleep, which of course then impacts how I feel the next day. Again, that wasn't true when I was younger. I could stay up all night long, go party all night long, do all this stuff, wake up super early and have no issues. I don't know, sleep on a couch, sleep on the floor. It didn't matter. Never bothered me. Now at my age, it makes a massive difference in terms of the quality of sleep and, more importantly, my quality of life as I get older. So investing in a little bit better mattress than just the old hand-me-down or, the cheap one on super discount 75% off at, your local department store just isn't cutting the bill nearly as much as having a nice high-quality mattress that improves my sleep, which, of course, improves my quality of life and has been well worth the money. And they also wear out. I've done the cheap mattress thing where they feel great at first, but then after a year or two, they feel bad. Then you got to replace it again, as opposed to having a nice quality mattress. You can get 10 years or more out of those mattresses. Next up is self-development. Again, another great place to put your money is to invest in yourself. Warren Buffett even says, hey, that's the best investment you can make. It's not stocks, it's not real estate, it's in yourself, your education, improving yourself, getting that certificate you need to go to the next level at your job. Maybe you need something else altogether in order to change jobs. Hey, take that language class. Learn how to invest. That's why I have a stock channel with a stock group there where we talk about all that sort of stuff and break down exactly how to invest as a long-term buy and hold investor and not play all the games that Wall Street has you playing all the time, trying to buy and sell and all this other ridiculous stuff like that. Reading books, buying those books to read. Of course, if you want to be cheap like me, go to the library and grab those same books. Doesn't matter. The point being, when you're improving yourself, that money is well worth it in the end. Next up is quality healthcare. Now, for those of you guys that are US based, we don't have the greatest medical system. Yes, I pay extra in order to have the best quality care that I can get, but I definitely will be going overseas and other places in order to get that world-class care that I can't get here, depending upon what's going on there. But I always feel like this is absolutely worth it to pay for. Hey, I got it. Other places, the the public insurance is free. Hey, for me, I would much rather pay the additional amount for the quality private insurance and go that route as well. To me, this is a splurge that is definitely worth it, especially, again, we're talking about health, longevity, a lot of other things of that nature. And of course, at least here in the US, less frustration and headache with the entire healthcare system. I would pay gobs more if I could avoid all the headaches and everything else that goes on with our system here, just to avoid the headache. I would pay, twice what I pay right now, and I already pay a top tier for it. So, but more importantly, I would absolutely pay even more than that for quality healthcare. Now, thankfully, I can get it overseas for a lot cheaper than I can get it here in the US, just kind of part of the dynamic of the system, and I don't have to pay a whole lot. But I do believe getting out there and getting that quality healthcare is key to that long life. And the final one is giving. Look, I know you don't necessarily get anything out of it, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with giving. I have always gave. I give away, huge chunks of everything that I do to various charities, to obviously a lot of other organizations of that nature. No, I don't discuss it. No, I don't get into amounts. No, I don't say who it is. I give it all anonymously through corporations. But giving is very, very important. And again, to me, is well worth the expenditure, because you're helping other folks. You're doing good things out there in life, which of course does make you feel good too, of course. Absolutely. But more importantly, it's one of the most impactful things that you can do. Maybe not to your bottom line, but who freaking cares? You are affecting other folks in a positive way. And that to me is well worth it. And if you're looking for a complete system to retire in as little as 1 year and as little as $300,000, make sure you check out the pinned comment for the blacklist. See everything that's included there, where we walk you step by step. Step one, from zero absolutely to a hero at the end. The complete system is set up there for you. Myself and our experts will go through it with you. Check it out. It's the pinned comment. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.